Good evening, I'm Liyana Hassanel. Welcome to Bizworld. Malaysian property and casualty insurance returned to a solid 3% growth in 2021, after declining by 0.6% in 2020. According to Alliance Global Insurance Report, the life segment maintained its robust growth at 8%, benefiting from the increased risk awareness in the wake of the COVID-19 crisis. Thus, the total market clocked an increase of 6.5%. Besides that, Alliance Group also expects growth to slightly accelerate to 8.3% for this year, while over the entire next decade, average growth should reach 6.7% per year. This would be above the pace of the previous decade of 4.5%, reflecting the improved growth outlook. Businesses have signaled that the Malaysian manufacturing sector saw demand conditions soften midway through the second quarter of this year, as productive capacity was hindered by price pressures and supply shortages. According to S&P Global, there was a further moderation in production levels that was the fifth in many months, while new order growth slowed sharply from April. The lack of productive capacity also extended into the labour market as the rate of job shedding quickened to the sharpest seen since August 2020. That said, businesses were increasingly confident that output would expand over the coming 12 months, extending the current sequence of optimism to 11 months and boding well for output and jobs growth to improve in the coming months. Upstream oil and gas service providers can benefit from a ramp-up in activities and increased domestic capital expenditure allocations. According to RHB research, the CAPEX has elevated 30% year-on-year to strengthen the oil and gas services and equipment system. Amidst a strong set of the first quarter results this year, Petronas has indicated activities will pick up in the coming quarters, with CAPEX potentially returning to pre-pandemic levels of more than 40 billion ringgit. The research firm said overall CAPEX spent in this quarter represented 15 to 19% of the estimated total 50 billion ringgit. Additionally, they also expect CAPEX spending to ramp up in the next few quarters. Hong Leong Investment Bank Research believes the banking sector still has some legs to run as valuations continue to be undemanding. The sector has the headroom to perform management provision overlay write-backs or act as buffers in event of deteriorating asset quality. However, there are pockets of concerns like acute current account savings account substitution to fixed deposit and inflationary cost pressures. Latest banking data showed that loan growth gained traction in April to 5% year-on-year, supported by both the household and business segments. For the household segment, the expansion came from mortgage and auto loans, while as for the business segment, it was lifted by working capital financing. Practice Note 17 Brahim's Holdings Berhad will be delisted on June 3rd, 28 years after it was listed on Bursa Malaysia. This follows Bursa's rejection of the group's appeal for more time to submit its regularization plan. Upon the delisting of the company, Brahim's Holdings will continue to exist, but as an unlisted entity. However, the shareholders will be holding shares which are no longer quoted and traded on the stock exchange. Brahim's was classified as a PN17 status listed issuer on February 28, 2019, after its shareholders' equity fell below the 25% threshold. That's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Liyana Hassanel. Thank you for watching and keep tuning in to TV3.
Rupa-rupanya, ramai pemilik pangsa puri di Lembah Kelang lakukan pengubahsuaian tanpa kebenaran. Juga kumpulan K-pop tersohor BTS sebar mesej tolak jenayah kebencian dan perkauman terhadap orang Asia. Nantikan laporan selanjutnya di Buletin TV 9 tepat jam 7 malam nanti.